Hello, everybody. Our parsha includes a very moving episode where, in essence, God tells Moshe Rabbeinu that his tenure as leader of the Jewish people has drawn to a close. And so he instructs Moshe to ascend Har Nevo and from there to glimpse the entirety of Eretz Yisrael, a land that he's not destined to enter. Moshe, driven by a deep concern for the welfare of his beloved flock, questions HaKadosh Baruch Hu, who will be the apt leader of the Jewish people after Moshe is no longer in said position. And God responds by informing him that it will be none other than his disciple Yehoshua bin Nun, and Moshe is to take him and ordain him as the next leader, and in fact Moshe Rabbeinu does just that. Then the parsha continues with a description of the public sacrifices that are brought on a daily and special occasion basis. The twice daily Karban Tamid, morning and evening, the special Musaf for Shabbos, for Rosh Chodesh, for the Yamim Noraim, and the Shalosh Regalim. And one wonders, why is there a smichut, an adjacency, between the appointment of Yehoshua as successor to Moshe Rabbeinu and the details of the Karbanot Tzibur brought on a daily and special occasion basis? In order to answer this, we should take a look at an anonymous medrash that is cited by the author of Ein Yaakov, a book that describes all of the midrashim in Shas with commentary thereupon, in which, in his introduction, the author writes, Matzati katuv b'shem ha-medrash, I found a medrash cited in a sefer. He doesn't mention which sefer it is, and it's unknown to us. Uvikashtiu v'lo mitzatiju b'chol shita sidre. I sought out throughout Shas a citation of said medrash, and I was unable to find it, but v'zehu nuscho. Here is the text of that medrash. Ben Zoma Omer Matzinu Pasuk Kolel Yoter. Ben Zoma claims, I found a pasuk that is more general, that contains the essence of what Torah is all about. Vahu, and it is, Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Ben Nanas Omer Matzinu Pasuk Kolel Yoter, Vahu, V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Ben Nanas disagrees with Ben Zoma, and he says, frankly, the most general pasuk that holds the essence of Torah is V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. And Shimon ben Pazi, finally, offers another alternative. Matzanu pasuk kolel yoter, v'hu, and he then goes on to cite his choice for the pasuk that reflects the essence of Torah, and it's taken from our parsha in its description of the twice daily Karban Tamid. Es hakeves echad taseh v'boker, ve'et hakeves hasheni ta'aseh bein ha'arbayim. The Medrash concludes, Amad Rav Ploni, a scholar, rose up al raglav, he stood up. The Amar halacha keben pazi. The halacha is like Shimon ben Pazi, the pasuk cited regarding the Karban Tamid of every day. One wonders, why is this considered the most apt pasuk to capture the essence of Torah? Now, this medrash that we don't know where it is to be found seems to be related to a medrash. It might even be a continuation or an alternative to a medrash that we are familiar with from the Sifra. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, Rabbi Akiva Omer, ze klal gadol b'Torah. And Ben Azai argues with him and says, the Sefer Toldot Adam, ze klal gadol mizeh. So they argue which is the more essential pasuk to capture the spirit of Torah. Let's try to understand in the unsourced medrash what the scholars were arguing about. If we want to know what Torah is all about, so the point of view of Ben Zoma is Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. The guiding force that illuminates our path is a belief in the one and only God, the Ribono Shel Olam. If we hold true and fast to that pasuk and its fulfillment, then everything else comes alongside of it. Whereas Ben Nana said, it's not so much the importance bein adam lamakom, but rather it's v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. One has to be excellent with a guiding principle of proper behavior bein adam l'chaveiro. Obviously, each scholar sees the importance of the other realm. Bein adam l'chaveiro, bein adam lamakom are essential according to everyone. It's just a question which most captures the essence of being a good Jew who leads a Torah life. But then came Shimon ben Pazi, and he said, the argument is not whether it's bein adam lamakom or bein adam lachaveiro. They're both important. What's most important is the concept of constancy, the carbon tamid that comes every single day, not just on Shabbos, not just on Rosh Chodesh, not just in the peak days of Yamim Noraim, not just on the days of Simcha of the Shalosh Regalim, but every single day. Et hakeves ha'echad taseh b'boker. It doesn't matter if it's the 23rd of Cheshvan, or if it's a matter of the 15th of Shvat, or if it's a matter of the 29th of Sivan. Every single day, et hakeves ha'echad taseh b'boker, and again in the afternoon, et hakeves ha'sheni ta'aseh bein ha'arbayim. It's that consistency, that constancy, that has to be our guiding principle. We can't just turn on the religion and the loyalty to Hashem's commandments on special occasions, when the Spirit moves us, when they are peak highlights of the year, when they are peak highlights of our life cycle. But rather it's every single day, even if there's nothing particularly special about it, not personally, not nationally. Et hakeves echad taseh b'boker, ve'et hakeves hasheni taseh bein ha'arbayim. To understand that we are yesterday, today, and tomorrow, over and over and over again, Avdei Kudsha Berichu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is there for us every single day, and we too have to be there in service of the divine mandate. Shabbat Shalom.